Okay, so I just want to come on here and make a quick video because I seen, I sometimes I'll be in these YouTube streets just, looking at people's thumbnails and, picking and choosing what videos I watch just to see what people angle is going because I know that lame ass bitches are trying to compete with me and they're trying to play chess with a bitch they can't play chess with, right? So I already made a video. I made a couple of videos about these exotical channels or whatever, and now I'm seeing that now they're responding to my content, but not saying my name and not trying to respond to me and mention me. But I could tell that they're playing chess because of some of their content. Because you have Exoticals United. Now she's trying to act like a fake feminist. You know what I'm saying? Because I talk about feminism on my channel and black women, their dealings with black males and colorism and racism and all that kind of stuff, right? So I see that, it's, people trying to play chess and not doing it well. So I'm just going to, lay this out here because, Exoticals United specifically, I'm talking about her. Like, she's trying to act like she's not obsessed with black women and she's not practicing colorism and misogyny on her channel. Like, she's trying to act like that's not the angle that her channel is, going for. Like, that's not the topic of discussion that she's, having on her channel. She's trying to act like it's not a male centered channel and it's not about, competing with black women over black male validation. And she's trying to, because she just 15 hours ago, because that's when I just looked at her video. I didn't watch the whole thing, but she put this video up 15 hours ago. Excuse me. And, you know, some of the shit that I heard her saying on there, I can tell that she's full of shit. Like, she's trying to play some little game. And it's getting really pathetic because at the end of the day, I don't know why the fuck, like, she's trying to say that she makes decentering males, decentering men content for women, and she's for women improving themselves in their lives, and trying to make sure that women are not codependent and on men, and they're leveling up or whatever. But it's complete bullshit because the reality is, why is she talking about black women? She doesn't identify as a black woman, so why does she keep talking about black women for? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do these exotical channels, like, we know that these exotical channels came from stalking black women. Like, these women did not create these channels on their own. You understand? Like, with just one concept behind these channels, like, just wanting to talk about exotical conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, these were channels created to respond to black women talking about their issues. Okay? They even said it. These exotical females have said that their channels were created to respond to things being said about them from black women. This is what they said. So they can't even deny that that's the whole reason why they created their channels. Okay? So it's real fucking clear that what the real deal is. It's real clear that these females, number one, just having common sense and just being intelligent as a black female, you understand that these women benefit from colorism. And they only benefit in the black community because, yes, colorism is prevalent everywhere in the world, but they specifically, these biracials or whatever you want to call them, exotical, biracial, whatever, they specifically benefit in America being a part of the black community. They don't benefit anywhere else, so no other male group cares about them. No other male group glorifies light skin, curly hair, and Eurocentric features the way the black community does. And a lot of these beauty standards that Exoticals United speaks of, right? A lot of these, you know, a lot of the stuff that she talks about it comes from racism and colorism. It comes from black male programming because I've been watching, I'm a black female, so I've been watching black sitcoms, TV shows, media for a really long time. I'm 36 years old. So I know that these beauty concepts and these, all of the stuff that the exoticals talk about, that stuff comes from black entertainment. And it's mostly black males who created these standards because they did most of the writing on most of these sitcoms and TV shows and all of that kind of stuff. Like, if you look at look at the majority of sitcoms in the 90s, you know, if you look up who were the main writers and stuff on those sitcoms, most of those sitcoms are from black males. So this beauty standard that she speaks of, where she thinks that, she's always saying black women are insecure, they're I'm saying, they want to be exotical, they change their features to look exotic and all this shit. That shit comes from black males. Why the fuck does she spend a lot of time talking about black males is my question, and why is she always talking about black women when the fuck we don't fuck with her? Why is she trying to make black women have something to do with her is what I don't get. It's an exotical channel. All right. She says this. It's called Exoticals United, right? That's her platform. That's what it's for. Why are you talking about black women? Why do you care about black women? Like, and then on top of that, she says that she doesn't identify as a black woman. Now, black women, because people was putting out her picture, I don't know if that's really her or not, but people are claiming some picture that was circulating is her, right? You have black women now trying to say she looks more like us than whatever. I don't even really care about that, because I don't know if that's her or not. Fact is, she calls herself exotical, and she thinks that she's ambiguous, and she thinks that she don't look like a black girl. So why the hell is she talking about black women? Why do she care that hard? I mean, she harp on black women very, very, very excessively. Okay? And it's not healthy, it's not normal, it makes no sense. Now she's trying to act like she's a feminist. Bitch, please. Feminists don't talk about the shit you talk about, boo. Period. Like, we can go down the line on your videos, bitch. We can go all the way down from the beginning of your whack ass channel and see the things that you typically talk about. And those are not feminism conversations at all. So it's real clear that she works for the Manosphere, because most of the shit she says about most of the things that she say about black women comes from the black Manosphere, and it comes from black male media programming. Okay? Like the beauty standards, and you black women being ugly and being jealous and being a hater. Now she trying to act like, because on that last video that I'm talking about, where she talking about she decentering men and, trying to clarify what her channel is about. Now she trying to say that we don't like exoticals because of black males, and she trying to fix that part. Bitch, why do you care? If we don't like you, we don't really have to. And we don't care if it's because of black males. We don't really care why it is. If we don't like you, we don't have to like you. So you don't need to be harping on black women not liking you, unless you're a parasite of some kind and you need black women to like you for some reason. You obsessed with black women being connected to you for some weird reason. Or else you would be, just like you talk about decentering men. Honey, you need to talk about decentering black women, so you would stop talking about us. You need to dissenter yourself from black women and black female conversations in the black community as a whole. Like, you shouldn't even be wanting to talk about the black community at all. It makes absolutely no logical sense. If you're a decentering men channel, then you shouldn't even be talking about black women, because why the fuck do you care? Boo. Like, you sounding stupid. You're not even making no sense. Like, anybody can look at your content and see that you're not no decentering men channel. Like, you constantly talk about black women, and you constantly try to speak for black women on why we do what we do, say what we say, and think what we think. Like, you're a little obsessed is what it's looking like, and what it's giving. It's not giving decentering men and I'm pro woman, and it's not giving that, honey. It's giving I'm obsessed with black women and I really want some attention. Because even with that video that I'm talking about, where she's saying she decentering men, she put in the title of the video, black males are mad or something like that. Like, she clearly want niggas to be mad. Women who want, who taunt men like that, like black men are mad, or make titles like that on their videos, that's a specific way to get the men to come to your channel. Like, if you put black men in the title of your channel, then that's a way for them to come over and give you attention. Now, I do that shit on my channel, but I have to put what I'm talking about on my channel. I really don't mean for them to come over here. But I feel like she's trying to get them to come over there, because it's the way she said it. She said they're mad at exoticals for decentering them. That's a way, that's wording her video like that is going to make them come over there and be trying to figure out what she's talking about. You understand? Most of my titles is saying that what black women are doing in regard to black men. Like, it's a black woman discussion, but black males are a part of that discussion for whatever reason. Because at the end of the day, as a black woman, because she's claiming she's an exotical, she's not black. I'm a black woman, so I'm a part of the black community, right? I have a right to say black men, whatever, and talk about the black community because I'm a part of the black community and I'm a black female. So it makes sense for me to say anything about black males, black females, or anything because I'm actually a part of that community and I can speak on that shit, right? Why is she trying to speak on a community that she says that she not a part of? She doesn't identify with being black, but she keeps talking about black shit. Like, that's what's not connecting. That's what's not making no sense. So it's clear that she's full of shit, and her channel is definitely not a decentering man channel. It's definitely not a feminism channel, and it's definitely not a upliftment channel. It's not no BWE channel. Like, that's not what the fuck she doing over there at all. So I don't know why this bitch is lying, but I can assume why she's lying. She's lying because exoticals don't really benefit from colorism unless black males give them privilege for being light skin. That's why she's doing what she's doing. Because without black people, bitches like her are irrelevant. That's why all of the exotical channels, that's why they exist. That's why these exoticals are always talking about black people. Because they don't benefit from colorism if black people don't give them, you know what I'm saying, the privilege. And that's just how that works. So they're very obsessed with trying to keep their position in the black community, and that's mainly what their channels are for, is to maintain a position of superiority over black women. That's what her channel is for. Okay, she don't care about nothing else. All of that decentering men garbage is trash. She don't believe in none of that. Because how the fuck do you like, she always open her videos with, hey pretty girl, and she talk about pretty girl privilege and stuff, right? Who the hell gives women pretty girl privilege? How the hell do you get pretty girl privilege? Who do you get it from? If her channel was about decentering men, then how the fuck, I mean, why would she be making videos about being a pretty girl? Because the last time I checked, you can't get pretty privilege unless you get it from a man. Patriarchy is how you get pretty privilege. That's the whole system of patriarchy is the reason why you have pretty girl privilege, and that's even a concept. I mean, without patriarchy, pretty girl privilege doesn't even exist. So she can't be a decentering male channel. And then she already says this bitch trying to talk backwards. That's what she doing. She trying to confuse everything that she about, because she trying to make black women think, oh, I'm with you, bitch. No, you're not. We don't even fuck with you, boo. Not no black woman with no sense. So we don't know the fuck you talking about. We have no idea what the hell where you coming from. Because at the end of the day, a decentering man channel wouldn't be talking about pretty girl privilege. Because you only get pretty girl privilege through men. Like, if you're not a lesbian, then, I mean, what the hell? Who you gonna get privilege from being pretty? Who? So we know that she's full of shit. You know, just the bitch is retarded. Obviously, she's not an intelligent person at all, because she don't make no sense on what she be saying. But I'm smart enough to know what the hell her channel is really for, and that she's obsessed, and she has, you know, clearly somebody's paying her. Clearly the Manosphere controls her. She's a Manosphere puppet is what she is. Anytime you're dealing with colorism, because you have to understand, patriarchy promotes colorism. Because patriarchy and racism is intertwined. So therefore, because racism and patriarchy is connected with each other, then it promotes colorism. It promotes a racial hierarchy where one group is on top of another group, or one race is superior to another race. That's what racism is. That's what and patriarchy is, that is entwined with each other. Okay, not only do they oppress women, they oppress black people too. So there's no one without the other. That's why white women are the standard of beauty. You see how patriarchy controls beauty concepts and standards based on race? White women are at the top because white men want them at the top. White men control the patriarchy. So they're going to uplift the women who are a part of their race as the standard. So there's no way you could be a feminist channel and promote patriarchy and colorism on your channel. So yeah, this bitch don't know what she's talking about, or she does know what she's talking about. She's just trying to confuse her little whack ass audience who are mentally primitive and dumb. Okay, so yeah, she's a liar, and yeah, beware of all these fake feminism channels, because these little crusty ass bitches who I believe are trying to compete with me, they're going to be coming out here trying to act like they feminists, because the more I get into the more I get deep into these conversations about feminism and black women and stuff like that, then you gonna have little counter channels who are running their mouth trying to, discredit my talking points. Okay, they're either gonna try to discredit my talking points, or they're gonna try to steal my talking points to get you over there listening to their bullshit, so they can play you and make you think that it's about anything other than what I'm saying it's about, which is not. For black women, my channel is the channel. If you really want some information, then you'll come here, because these other bitches, they're not promoting no feminism at all, and they'll say that just to get some listeners over there, but they're not. They don't. If you're talking about pretty privilege, colorism, all that kind of stupid shit, all of that is, these males control the Manosphere controls all of those type of conversations. Hypergamy, all of that shit, they control all of that's a male talking point. That shit is not a feminism talking point or a feminist talking point. Okay, it ain't. Like, so y'all really need to understand who y'all listening to, because it's some fake ass clown face bitches out here, and they really are pathetic. It's like, the reality is, historically, biracial women ain't really never had no relevancy other than being um buffered by white people, or buffering white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only privilege they ever have had in this country, is just being masses slave children or something, and being able to live in the house, being a house negro. That's all they've ever had, is privilege to white people, right? Okay, and then the only privilege they have in the black community is being a preference to black males. It ain't no privilege when you're a biracial male. Biracial males don't get privilege. It's only a female thing. It's not a male thing. That's why you don't never see biracial men running off at the mouth the way you see these exotical females doing, or these exotical channels doing. You don't see a exotical channel. You don't see men with exotical channels. You only see women with exotical channels. Okay, it's because they've benefited from being attached to the black community and leeching off of black women in particular, and that's why they are, um, being so obsessive and aggressive right now with their content. Okay, because they really, resources are drying up. All right, and they seeing it and they feeling it, and that's why they are going on these rage rants, and they keep trying to compete with black women's content, because one minute they talking about one thing, competing with one person, trying to counter what one person is talking about. Then the next minute they trying to counter another talking point, and they really are obsessed with black women. You can tell they be listening to our videos. These exotical bitches are very codependent, because they don't come up with their own content. They listen to black women's content, and then they base everything they say off of what black women are talking about. It's real pathetic, and you can tell, because you can just go on their channels and go all the way to their first videos and see what their main talking points were, and then you can see it change over time based on what black women are saying. Like, these bitches are obsessed. Their whole channel is based on trying to get a reaction out of black females, and trying to get us to engage in conversations with them. They really are pathetic. That's why I don't deal with them. Because it's like, girl, you just a parasite. Like, what do you have? You don't have nothing to offer. I feel like black women need to get to the point where, if you're dealing with people who don't have nothing to offer, you need to cut them off. Like, if they don't offer you nothing, if they ain't building your finances up, if they not contributing to your life in any kind of meaningful way or positive way, you need to cut them the hell off entirely. Don't have anything to do with those people. And these exotical biracial, I don't even want to call them exotic. It's stupid. They call themselves that, but these biracial females, They don't need no attention. They don't need no nothing. You need to leave them alone. Like, cut them off. Because they just crazy at this point. They're always copying. They always are trolling. And they just won't shut the hell up. And they're getting on my nerves. They're very, very annoying at this point. I'm really getting tired of them. It's like, girl, go away. Because they don't have shit. It's like, they main, all of the biracial women on YouTube, their main talking points is about black women. Like, they might make a few videos talking about other things, but their main whole point is just to talk about the black community and stalking and trolling black women. That's all they do. It's like, damn, bitch. Can you find something else to talk about, or can you move on? I mean, really, because what these bitches need to understand is, see, I'm a black millennial. I don't like you bitches at all. We not never gonna get along. We ain't never gonna be friends. We ain't never gonna be none of that shit. I mean, you might have had back in the day, you know what I'm saying, with our moms, with them boomers. Their generation was completely different. They connected with a lot of people. It was a different mentality, a different culture. But now, I'm saying for millennial black women, we do not fuck with y'all non-black women at all. We don't like you. Like, we're not trying to be friends with you or nothing. We're not trying to be cool. We ain't trying to kick it or nothing. We don't like y'all. We really don't fuck with y'all. Like, we have our own lives and our own business to tend to, and we don't really care about that kind of shit. You feel me? Like, we don't care about colorism. We don't care about buffering other bitches. Like, we don't care about none of that type of stuff. Like, we don't give a fuck. We didn't grow up like that. Millennial black women don't have a color complex like that. It's there because, you know, white supremacy, of course, is there, but it's not like on an extreme level. We don't really like y'all, and y'all really need to get that through your heads and stop fucking talking to us and about us, because we really don't want nothing to do with y'all. Y'all need to understand that. Y'all need to move on. Y'all need to find something else to do and talk about and leave us the fuck alone. It don't even make no sense why any exotical channels are talking about black women, period. Why the fuck are you talking about us for? We don't have nothing to do with you. Like, at all. They want attention. These bitches want us talking to them. They want to act like they're so, like, affecting us some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to connect with them. We need to talk to them. We need to have these discussions. Like, they act like this is something that needs to happen. It really ain't. For fucking, bitch, we got our own bills that we paying. We taking care of our own stuff by our damn self. We don't really have no connections with nobody, especially not y'all raggedy ass, to build nothing up with y'all at all. Like, if we gonna go to anybody for some kind of connection to build anything, it's gonna be with other black women. It's not gonna be with your ass. For what? What do you have? Like, I'm just being real. Y'all don't offer shit. So why the fuck is they always talking about us all the time? I just don't understand why the hell they keep talking about us all the time. Like, I mean, I peek in every once in a while because I just want to see if the conversation is going to change. I just be trying to see, okay, let me see what angle they going at. Let me see what they talking about now. And every time I come back to their damn channels, it's the same bullshit. And it's like, black women, that's why y'all need to come over here and support my content. That's why. I'm not with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get us black women the fuck out of this whole situation. You feel me? I'm trying to get us out of the colorism conversation, the black man worship conversation. I'm trying to get us moving past this point and, you know, handling business. And we need to dissociate from these type of channels and conversations. The colorism conversation needs to be over. That's a conversation that should have been deaded a long time ago. Yeah, black women do see it as an honor to be associated with non-black people. This is true, and I don't know. I don't understand why. You do have certain demographics of black women who do benefit from, you know, I guess having non-black friends or being associated with non-black. But the vast majority of black women do not benefit from friendships with non-black people. You have to really look at your statistics to know that. If you really research, because this is the problem with black women, y'all don't educate yourselves. You don't educate yourselves on these type of subjects and issues, and that's why the hell you be in the dark, thinking that you need to connect with everybody. If you look at your stats, your connection with other races of women do not benefit you at large. It don't. It just don't. Okay? It don't, and it's not going to. And no matter how you try to socially climb up, It's only a few black women gonna get to, get through the door. Matter of fact, this is the conversation I was having when I was talking about how you look at media and stuff, and you see the white people, a group of white people with one black friend. That's what I was trying to show y'all, is that they only let certain black people through the door, and they don't have a lot of black people that they gonna lift up. You feel me? Like, there probably are connections you can make with non-black people, but what I'm saying is, it's only a few that's gonna get through that door with white people. Like, it's gonna be accepted and it's gonna level up. That is not a normal thing. It's not the norm. It's not something that's like, everybody can't do that. Every black woman can't social climb. Is my point. You understand that doesn't apply to all black women. That only applies to some black women. But if you do what I'm telling you to do, you don't have to worry about that shit. You feel me? Like, if you do what I'm telling you to do, you won't have to worry about social climbing so much. If you just tend to your business and do your job, and stop having these kids with males who are poor and don't care, then you can level yourself up with other black women. I'm telling you, that's the smartest route to go. Therefore, like, if you connect with other black women, like I told you, and build your finances up, that's a better situation that you putting yourself in to be, to progress. But connecting with racist ass colorist people, I don't think that's smart. It's smart. It's not smart because most black women can't even social climb like that. So thinking like that is a bad strategy. Is my point. Building your finances with other black women is smart. And it doesn't matter if somebody call you a lesbo, so what? Like, let them keep calling you a lesbian. People gonna use. I'm gonna tell y'all, because Exoticals United said that on her video that I just watched too. She was like, I don't promote hating men. I'm not saying men are not good for nothing. It's some women that promote that, but those are lesbian women or whatever. So it's clear to me that people gonna start using the lesbian term to try to degrade. Like, they're gonna try to use that term to try to stop black women from separating from men. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna try to use that to say, are you a lesbian? Like, last time I checked, lesbianism is cool because they put it on they put it all over the media. They got all these women participating in it, and you got the LGBTQ movement. So now I just hear a lot of people using the term lesbian to try to stop, a woman from completely segregating from men, like using that as a derogatory term, like to say that something is wrong with lesbianism. You know what I'm saying? Like, something is wrong with it. Like, it's something wrong with you if you're a lesbian, like whatever. What I'm talking about when I say when I'm talking about what I'm talking about, lesbianism ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you to go lick on no other woman and have sex with other women. I said build your finances. You're thinking strategically. You're being smart, and you're investing your money where you should. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. You connecting with other women and building your finances with women is just a good business move. It don't have nothing to do with who you have sex with. You feel me? Understand where I'm coming from, because people gonna try to pervert that and keep making it about something else. You don't have to have sex with anybody. Like, girl, you can get a vibrator, you can get a damn, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? It's other ways to get the job done without having actual sex with a male and putting yourself at risk and potentially getting trapped with a baby and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be no lesbian. You don't have to be with a man either. I'm talking about building your finances. That's what I'm talking about. So when I say you need to connect with other women and build your finances up, that's what I'm talking about. I don't give a damn who you have sex with. So as I said, it's gonna be bitches on here and niggas on here who are going to try to use the lesbian term to try to act like you a weirdo because you don't deal with men at all. It ain't nothing to deal with them for. Men are supposed to be stacking your money up. If they're not doing that, they serve no purpose. Why the hell would you be cool with a man and he ain't giving you no money? Think about that. Their men are dumb. They're stupid. They're primitive. They can't give you or offer you nothing, like, at all. If it ain't about money, it ain't about shit. Because what can they offer you? What? You're smarter than them. They're benefiting from you. Okay, look at the stats. The stats prove that shit. So, from my perspective, and you don't have to think like this if you don't want to, because it's your personal business. But for me, if a man's not offering me no money, he don't have no reason. I don't have no reason to be around him. I'm not trying to level no man up. I don't give a fuck about them. I'm looking out for myself. So I'm thinking about what's going to benefit me. I'm not thinking about nothing else other than that. So I'm not dealing with no male. He not getting no sex from me or no conversations or no friendship or none of that clown shit unless I'm getting some money. Do you understand? Like, that's just bottom line. So if you're not getting that from a man, then you need to cut his ass off. Because what the fuck is he there for? What would a man be there for? A man's supposed to be giving you something, like, or else what's the point? So, I mean, that's just how I think. So, as I said, if men becoming obsolete like they're trying to become, because this is their doing, they want to act pathetic and act like it ain't about giving a woman money and being a provider and taking care of their kids. They're the ones saying this shit. They're the ones talking that 50-50 garbage. That's them. They're doing that in droves, as we all can see. So that's them making themselves obsolete. So that's their fucking problem that they have to contend with, because they the ones making themselves seem like they are good for nothing but being up in some woman's face and trying to leech off of her and eat off of her instead of providing for her. So this is something that they're trying to establish. So okay, you seeing that? All right, boom, bam. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not fucking with you. I'm gonna build my finances with my homegirl. I don't care about nothing about you. We're going to build each other finances up. You can get the hell on out of here. You're not benefiting from me. So, yeah, you're not a fucking factor. You're ignored. Go handle your shit, and then maybe you'll have something, because you ain't getting it from me. That's what I'm on. All right? So, that's that. Okay? These exotical females, these exotical channels, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they ain't talking about none of that type of shit. They don't want to connect with other women. They just want to run their fucking mouth. Because the fact is, as I said, if you're talking about pretty privilege and you're talking about all of this patriarchy, you talk about all of that kind of stuff, colorism, all that's patriarchy. The patriarchy created all of those concepts and all those conversations. So if you're talking about that, you're not a feminist and you're not trying to level no female up. So at the end of the day, as I said, you black women need to stop listening to that shit. You don't need to be listening to no exotical channels. Those bitches are whack. They don't have nothing to fall back on. Most of them are desperate and single and pathetic. They don't have nothing. So, I mean, you don't need to be caring about what they talking about anyway. What do they have to offer? It's a reason why they keep talking about you and stealing your content, and you're not speaking on them and stealing their content. It's a reason for that. It's a reason why it's a one-way street. That's why. You don't need to talk about them. You don't benefit from them. You don't benefit from no kind of connections or friendships with them at all. But they benefit from being connected to you. And that's why they keep talking about you and having your name in their damn mouth. Okay? Period. And what I'm telling you is you can disconnect from everyone. You should do that shit. Like, it shouldn't even be a question in the air at this point in time. You should be disconnected from anybody that ain't benefiting you financially. Period. If they ain't benefiting you financially, get them the fuck out your face. And it's happening anyway. It's going to happen. Like, black women are not that damn dumb. Like, if you on your last dollar and you really, you know what I'm saying, working your ass off to make your money, you're not going to associate with broke people or people who are, you know, trying to use you for some kind of labor. You're not going to do that shit. Who the fuck does that? Like, I don't think any black woman's going to have a problem with. I think black women are already doing that. Now, when it comes to social media, and you have to understand, these people that make these videos, these article bitches, they eating off of you going over there listening to their content. So that's what that be about with them. They want black women to come over there to give them views and to give them, you know, to make them some money on YouTube. That's why they keep talking about you. You see how these bitches keep eating off of you, but you're not eating off of them? That's my point. Where are the exotical channels where you can leech off of them and get paid? You feel me? It's always a one-way street with them hoes. They're always eating off of you and you're never eating off of them. That's how that works. Okay? But I must tell you this. None of them dumbass bitches are feminists, and they don't talk about feminism, and they're not promoting level up content for black women. That's not what the fuck their platforms were created for. That's 100% clear. So anytime they start talking that feminism stuff, bullshit. They not feminists. They don't care about feminism. They care about patriarchy and gassing these fucking males up. Okay? That's the only way these little whack assholes to get their dang on pretty privilege that they so obsessed with is by gassing males up and getting males in their spaces to fight over them, compete over them, and fawn over them. Okay? So yeah, not feminism content, not level up content at all. So yeah, I'm just let me go back to some of y'all comments because I ain't see all these damn comments. Um yeah, they are lesbian shaming women. They going in on they. I'm starting to hear that more and more often, especially on my content. They stay in my chat room calling me a lesbian as if I care. I don't give a damn about lesbian. I have lesbian. I have a girl. I've been cool with females who are lesbians and shit. I don't have no problem with them. So I don't care about lesbianism. When you dealing with the shit you dealing with in this world right now with these males and you dealing with black males in particular, it's not. It's surprising that all black women are not lesbians. And you know what? In my personal opinion, I feel like all black women are lesbians. And the reason why I say that is because black males are so effeminized that how can you ever say that you with a man? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you dating black dudes, you in the black community, and that's where you come from, how can you say you straight dealing with them? How I don't feel straight dealing with them. I feel like I'm a lesbian dealing with them. I don't feel what's if we gonna have a conversation about what's masculine, what's feminine, right? Because we gotta have this concept to understand if we're gonna talk about lesbianism, we gotta have a concept of masculinity, you feel me, and femininity, so you can know how you a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? You have to identify with being a lesbian if you a lesbian. So you have to understand what you like and what you don't like, right? If you're dealing with black males, I'm sorry, that's a whole female. That's a chick with a dick. They might have a physical part, the penis, but their mentality is like a female. And I've been feeling that way for a long time. So I do feel like I'm a lesbian. And I don't feel like I'm a lesbian by choice. I feel like I'm a lesbian by force. It's only one way to be. Like, it's literally only one way to be in the black community. It's only one way to be. You have to be masculine because you have to take care of everything by yourself. You have to do most things by yourself. You have to get everything done. So I mean, they claim that that's a masculine trait, but I don't see any men doing that shit like that. You feel me? Working and taking care of kids and take care of their finances and building their finances and buying homes and buying owning trying to own stuff, trying to I don't really see a lot of men doing that shit in the black community like that. Not like that. I mean, yeah, you have some, but you don't have most of them don't think like that, especially on social media. They definitely don't talk like that. So in my opinion, yeah, I'm a lesbian. I mean, the fuck, either way I go, I'm a lesbian. There's no men to choose from. Sorry, but y'all black women don't. Okay, this is how I'm gonna break it down to you black women. Okay, you can't say that any man that you dealt with is masculine if they are being dominated and subjugated by another male group. So if you dealt with any black men in your lifetime, including your daddy or uncle, I don't give a fuck what black male is around you. It don't matter. He's dominated by white men. Men don't typically let other men dominate them. So the fact that you ain't never seen in history your male group really try to stand up to white men and stand up to white supremacy and white male domination, the fact that you ain't never seen them come together and be like, fuck this shit here. You feel me? Like, we gonna go get our own stuff, we gonna do da da da, you know what I'm saying? We gonna make moves. The fact that you ain't really never see them do that in history kind of proves that they not masculine, in my opinion. So you can say that you only deal with masculine men or whatever the hell, but in my opinion, that's not true. Because in any time you dealing with a man that's completely dominated by and subjugated by another male group, and they completely control them, like they control their finances. Like if the white man said, "Oh, I don't fuck with you today," you could be You know what I'm saying? Just ass out the next day. Like anytime you in a vulnerable situation like that, you can't call yourself no man. Not in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know why some black women think, I don't know what the hell they thinking, but they really be thinking they dealing with some men just cause why? Cause what? The way he dressed? I'm looking at, do you have control? Men are controlling. Men like to control. They like to dominate. They like to eat good. You feel me? That's how I look at men. So that would be a masculine trait, in my opinion. Men are supposed to always be trying to get some money and trying to get some kind of power or control over their life. That's what make you a man in my book. If you're not doing that shit, you're not masculine. I don't give a fuck what clothes you wear, how you look. None of that shit matters to me. And if you like to argue instead of getting things done, then you're not masculine. And most what I see with black males, for the most part, they like to argue and not get shit done. They like to run their mouth. They like to talk a lot, and they don't like to move a lot. And that's just a feminine thing, in my opinion. Women like to talk. They like to communicate. You know what I'm saying? But black women in the black community are far more masculine than black males, in my opinion. Because black women, not only do they like to talk, they get shit done too. So we be talking and getting things done and moving at the same time. And with black males, it's not really like that. They do a lot of talking, but they don't do a lot of actionary behavior in order to control their situation. So that's why they're not masculine to me. That's just my opinion. So, but y'all can say whatever y'all want to. Like, if you want to pretend like you in a masculine situation, if you want to pretend like your male group is masculine, dominating, running shit, you want to have that delusion in your mind and act like that's reality for you, that's your business. It ain't reality for me. I ain't never seen this shit. I ain't never seen it. When I read about history, I ain't seen it there either. So the fuck, how do you get enslaved, boo? Like, how that happened to some grown ass men? Like, come on now. Like, in my opinion, these black males are trying to find a comfortable position under white male leadership and domination. That's what it looked like they collectively do, which looks gay to me. Like, are you sweet on the white man? Like, what's really going on in your mind? Like, you want to fuck with him or something? You like being his bitch? You like being his wife? What's really going on? Why do you want to be subjugated, dominated by the white man? Why you try to link up with him like on some gay shit? Like, and then now it's being pushed, like white males and black males are pushing this gay thing with them in the media now. So it's really proven that they are on some gay shit with each other, like, because it's just coming out. It's real obvious and evident. Okay, just like the Diddy thing, just like with Diddy, you know, his relationship with Clyde Davis, like, and then the shit that he been doing and all the men he been fucking and stuff like that, and getting to suck him off for some money. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is very rampant in America. This is a rampant behavior with black males. This is not nothing new. And then you got to look at the AIDS epidemic. Okay, look at how many of them was passing AIDS around. Like, do y'all know how they was getting AIDS, right? Like, y'all don't know how these black males was getting AIDS and passing it on around the community. Y'all don't understand how gay they are. Like, it's right there in your face, boo. So if you're dealing with men who like to get drilled by other men, how you gonna call him masculine? How you gonna say you with a masculine man, but he like getting his butthole ran through? That's not masculine. He want to get penetrated by another man. That's not masculine. Men don't want to be penetrated, honey. That's not normal. Men ain't supposed to be penetrated. Women are supposed to be penetrated, not men. Men don't have vaginas. Hell yeah, the proof is in the damn pudding. And they ain't trying to hide that shit. And that's another fucking thing. They're not trying to hide it. Do you see black males trying to hide their homosexuality now? It's out in the open. It's out there for everybody to see and understand right at this point. So they're gay in large numbers. In large numbers. Not just a a sector of their. No, this is a thing. Okay? A major thing. So, but with some black women, it's like in their mind, oh, it ain't me. I couldn't possibly date a gay man. Girl, That's the sad part about you black women. Y'all just don't get it, do you? And that's how a lot of black women end up with AIDS and end up, getting killed because they find out their husband, because you didn't see the signs, boo. If you was paying attention to black males as a collective, you wouldn't have never been in the dark about something like that. You wouldn't have never been thinking that your man was straight, because you would have known better. You need to suspect all black males, every last one of them, your daddy, your brother, your cousin, your man, all of them are being gay at this point in time. That's the times you're living in now. And if you don't want to do that shit, don't do it. They don't give a fuck. That's how you females keep ending up fucked up, because y'all keep playing these games. Y'all really don't think, you know what I'm saying, it can happen to you. You think all the men around you masculine. That's how you know that a lot of black women are homophobic. I can tell, like, they be trying to act like black women are not homophobic, or they try to make us not be homophobic. But the way that black women think about the men around them proves to me that black women are very homophobic, which is great. I mean, homophobic, homosexual men are a threat to you, so you should be homophobic, in my opinion. But I'm just saying, they try to act like, black women are so advanced when it comes to sexuality and gender roles. And no, the fuck we're not. We're very homophobic, because most black women don't want to believe their son is gay. They don't want to believe their daddy is gay. They don't want to believe their brother is gay. They just don't want to believe these things. And you have to, at that point, conclude that black women are homophobic, because they they don't want the men around them to be gay. And it's like, well, they're gay, honey, so get over it. But anyway, so yeah, girl, like, it ain't no rocket science. Um, and we need to start talking about that. We need to start, definitely having more conversations about that too. I don't talk about gay that much on my channel anymore. It's because, I just don't care like that. I feel like, I don't care about black women being lesbians, because I see the situation we in, and we in a very dangerous situation. So, I don't really want to harp on homosexuality, because I don't want to demonize black women for being lesbians if they are lesbians. I don't want to make any black woman think that I'm against her being a lesbo if she is one. Like, I don't want her to think that I'm against that, because I'm not. So I just, stop having those conversations. But gay black males are a threat, a major one. I mean, I can go down the line on so many ways where they're a threat to you as a black woman. So many, it's so many ways why they're a threat. I can't even think of one way they are a benefit to black women at all. It's just so many ways they negatively impact black women. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Um, we definitely need to have more conversations about it, though. Because the things that I'll say, ain't no other black woman gonna say. These fucking talking heads on YouTube are some little bobblehead bitches. Like, they ain't gonna never have no real conversations about nothing. Hell yeah, them HIV racists are diabolical. They been diabolical. They been diabolical since the goddamn 80s. Shit. That's what really should have tipped black women off then. Black men were getting AIDS up. I mean, they AIDS epidemic in the 80s was terrible. And the 70s, I think. The 70s is when it started. And the 80s is really what showed it. I'm like, damn, all these black males with AIDS and y'all black women ain't tipped off at all. Like, you ain't realizing what's going on. You don't understand why AIDS is so rampant. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Black women they be in la la land, man. I mean, shit, back in the early 2000s and the 90s, black women used to have these used to be the AIDS epidemic used to be a major thing in black conversations. Like, black people used to have these conversations on TV shows, I mean, they had pamphlets. They would talk about it in school, all of that. Then all of a sudden now it's like, that's not a conversation anymore. Yeah, safe sex was a major thing, and the sad part, it's not a major thing now. Like it used to be a major conversation, and you had sex education. You had, you know, it was a real serious conversation, and it just diminished over the last, like, I don't even know how long, but I know that, you know, I it hasn't been a big conversation on it in the last decade. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and get off of here because I'm not in the mood to be talking about no gay right now. So, but we definitely need to talk about that at a later time. So, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this live, and I will be talking to y'all later.